Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky and Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I am so happy to be here with you. I am working my way today through filming some videos, and this card is super fun and I hope that you will enjoy watching me make it. It is using the Cup of Tea bundle and I've been using it all week. This is a really fun bundle and inside it says thank you for your friendship. It is a great stamp set. I love it and I will be using it a ton. I think the sentiments are adorable inside of it, and it makes super easy, really cute cards. I wanted to show you that I've used the gingham embossing folder right here on this background. And I've also used, for this Orchid Oasis scallop piece, I have cut that out of the scallop contour dies. You guys know I use these all the time. Love them. Definitely jump on board my train because you will love them too. I have linked all the products that I've used in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started, and we are going to start crafting. So the first thing that we are going to take is a piece of Parakeet Party, and it is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And we are going to fold that in half. We're going to join our corners, and we're going to grab our bone folder here. Just like that. That is our base. Now I have another piece of Parakeet Party, and the reason that I do this is I don't like that this embossed section, see how both sides have that? I don't like embossing on the front. I like my insides when I open my card to be smooth. So I use the same color and I just cut it a little smaller. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and we're going to do a little inking on it. So we're going to take our Parakeet Party, and we are going to grab some of this, and I'm gonna take some off, but I'm just gonna highlight especially around the edges because that's what's gonna show. And I really want this gingham folders embossed sections to kind of be the star. So I'm gonna go around my edges here and add a little of that color. See how pretty that is when you pull that out of there? So this is going to get attached onto the front. We are also going to be doing some teacups, and I use the Tea Boutique 6x6 designer series paper. There's lots of it. You can see I have used quite a bit, but this is part of the suite. I'll show you at the end where in the catalog it is, but I am going to do a little bit of sponging on my, also on my Tea Boutique teacup here in Parakeet Party. So I just want to add a little pop of color, kind of, since it's going to be overlaid with the same color, I wanted it to have a little bit of contrast. So I added a little bit of that, and then this is going to get overlaid and you'll be able to see the difference. And then also on my lime that I'm using, I wanted to put a little bit of Parakeet Party on the actual back of the lime so that when we overlaid it with my, this one's Granny Apple Green, that it would pop. So that's all of the inking that I've done. So we got it out of the way. Let's start slow. I'm gonna put these here, but we'll talk about them in a minute. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. I like to use wet glue, especially when I have an embossing folder, but I use wet glue a lot, guys. I know you guys see me use it constantly. I just like the wiggle room it gives you, and you can kind of stick your stuff down and not worry that you're not going to be able to move it, because our steel is super sticky. All right, so I'm putting, that was quite a generous amount of multi-purpose glue. So we will go ahead and place this down. You can see that that nice color gives it that pop and pops it up off the card. And then I cut this out of the Orchid Oasis. So I'm going to go ahead and give it Put that in the center. I love this color with the parakeet party. I think it's awesome. That little part got curled up there, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my bone folder to press that down. Get that to attach really, really well. Look how awesome that looks. Oh, I love this card. It's such a good one. Okay, so now we're gonna stack our teacups together, but before we do that, I need to purge all of the insides of these pieces and glue them together. So let's go ahead and pop all of these pieces onto my silicone mat, and then I can just hold it over my trash can and empty them out. All right. All right, so let's glue them. So we're gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the back of the slime. You can also use adhesive sheets if you do not like this multi-purpose glue. I don't mind it. I tend to be okay with it, but some people don't like it. They think it's too sticky, and if that's you, that's fine. You can use our adhesive sheets, and the adhesive sheets, you put it on the back of your cardstock before you die cut it, and then when you die cut it, it becomes like a sticker, and you just peel it off and stick it right on. So definitely you can do that. So here's our lime. Put that there, and let's do our teacup. Same thing. This is our center teacup. You can see I stacked them. I think it turned out super cute to stack them on top of each other. I hope you guys have been doing good and having a great day. I love when you give me comments. It definitely makes my morning when I wake up and look at my YouTube comments and see that people have been enjoying my videos. So I do appreciate them. If you leave me comments, I would appreciate that. Okay, so I'm using my tweezers. So I'm going to push this down, and you can see I have a little bit of white glue, but that's okay. We're going to press it down, and then we're going to let it sit for a minute. And then once it's attached, I'm going to use my, what do you call it? My eraser to get the extra glue off. Okay, so we're just going to give it a minute. While we're doing that, we're going to work on the inside of our card and do a little stamping. We're going to glue our paper inside and let that dry. So let's move the silicone mat out of the way. All right, now for the inside of the card, let me show you my original card. So this is what the inside looks like. It says thank you. It has that pretty leaf, which I've already stamped and die cut out. There it is. And this is for the outside of our card. I don't want to lose that. But we are going to put this little strip of designer series paper. It is from the Tea Boutique set. That's what's on the back. So I guess I got to bring my silicone mat back in. Let's try and avoid some of this glue, and then I'll wipe all this off once it's dried. All right, so we're going to put that there first. Grab that, place it. This has to be down before I stamp the little words because I need it as my guide when I do my stamping. So we'll press that into place. And let's go ahead and glue our leaf as well. I really love this teeny tiny font that's in this Tea Boutique set. I think it's cute. So we're going to put this leaf right here. Let's do our stamping. So we're going to do thank you. We're going to use Orchid Oasis. And that is the color paper that I used here. I stamped Orchid Oasis on Orchid Oasis. So we're going to do our thank you in the middle. And then right down here, we're going to do thank you for your friendship. And it's a super teeny tiny stamp. I'm going to move this so I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm not putting my head in the camera. We're going to just stamp it right there. Thank you for your friendship. So that is the inside, and that is our stamping that we're going to be doing for this card. I've done the rest already for you, which was the leaf and the tag, but I had to stamp them ahead of time because I had to die cut them out. And so now they are die cut out. Let's get started on the front of our card. So I'm going to wipe off the glue that's on my silicone mat. This is my favorite part of the silicone mat, is that you can just wipe all this glue off and it just balls up, and then you just take it to your trash can, which is what I'm gonna do. Mine is sitting right next to me, and just slide it right in there. I kind of just shake it in there. All right, so here's our mat ready to go. I'm going to make sure this is not super sticky, which it probably is. So I'm just going to use this adhesive remover, and I'm going to try and get as much of this glue that leaked out, because I got a little happy, off of my teacup. You just have to be gentle. But this adhesive remover is awesome. If you would like to have me be your demonstrator and you do not have one of these, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. All right. All right, so we're good now. Let me put this adhesive remover away before I get too out of hand and too crazy with it. So we're going to stack our teacups, okay? And this is our center teacup. So we're going to put this one over the top of it like that. It's just going to be straight. So let's put some adhesive on the bottom section. And then we're going to place this teacup over the top of it. So this one's inside. And I use this as my guide. I don't want to go past the top. So once I have it, you know, there, I'm just going to use this as my guide to figure out how much adhesive and where I want to place it on this teacup. So I want it to be like that. So I'm going to hold my finger here. I don't want it to go any higher than that. And I'm going to do it on an angle. So I'm going to angle it this way. And then we're going to go ahead and slide that back in and put it in place so that we have it where we want it. And then go ahead and press that one into place. All right, so there's our stack of teacups. And now we're going to work on this cute little tag. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using this basic Baker's Twine Essentials pack. We're going to use the white. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of that. So let me grab my dimensionals. I'm going to grab one. So I'm going to place my twine, and then I'm going to put my dimensional right over the top. So that will hold it in place. And then I'm going to trim my twine, put this away. We're also going to use a different twine, the Orchid in White from the In Color pack. I'll show you that in a minute. So in order to glue this to the back, what I want to do is I want to peel this dimensional backing off, and I want to put it wherever it's going to sit in my teacup. So right here, I'm going to place it. Maybe, yeah, that's good. Right there. So now I want this to kind of stick up a little bit. So I'm kind of going to curve it like so. And once I do that on the back, I'm going to put a dimensional over the top of that. So let me grab another dimensional. All right. And these whole set of teacups is going to be lifted up off of my card. So let's grab our dimensionals. And we're going to put some more. Do one more. And then I'm going to do them on the handles because I like my pieces to be stable. So I'm going to cut some strips. I'm going to put 2 on each handle, so I'm going to need 6. That's 4, 5, 6. I'll pull these guys off. I like to use the sides of used up dimensionals for these kinds of things. So there's 1, there's 2. This just gives it a nice stability, I think. I think I missed one. I must still be on my sheet and I didn't pull them all off. So let me put this one down. I'm gonna go back in for the other one. I'll put my sheet back, but yep, there it is. I didn't pull off. And you can see this is the mini dimensionals. They have a nice edge on them. And they have a nice border all the way around, and I just cut those up and use them. They're awesome. Okay, so we're good here with our teacup now, so let's go ahead and pull the backs off. I'm gonna use my Take Your Pick tool. I'll start with these little thin ones first. Let's purge it, it's getting full. Come back, get the last few. All right, I think I missed one. I did. Make sure it ends up in my trash can. All right, so let's flip this over. We're gonna put our little teacups onto our card. So cute. Let's put our lime. So the lime is going to rest on this side. So I'm going to need to put wet adhesive, but back here I'm going to put a dimensional. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this side. I'm going to pull the back off. And then I'm going to put a little wet glue on this corner here. And let me grab my tweezers. That's what I'm going to use to pick it up. All right, so we're gonna lay the lime against the cup. Oh my gosh, this is so cute, guys. I love how it turned out. I'm gonna have a glue fest today with this cup. All right, let's go ahead and add our cute little bow. So this is with our Baker's Twine in the In Colors. This is the Orchid Roll. So I'm just gonna unravel some, and we're gonna just tie a loop, 2 loops across them, bring one of them through, pull, pull, get the loops the size I want, which I want them rather small. That looks awesome. Make this one a tiny bit bigger. There we go. I'm going to trim the bottoms. Put that down. Put my orchid back. You can see you get all 5 colors, which is fun. It's definitely a cool pack of twine. We're going to get a mini glue dot here. Let's find one. Put it on the back of our knot. Stick that up and put it on our teacup. And our finishing touch is going to be our butterflies. So I thought that the brushed brass butterflies are super cool and would look cute on this card. So I used them. So I think we're going to do 3 large ones. So for these, I don't like to use the putty end because they're heavy. So I like to pick them up with the tip of my Take Your Pick tool. So I'm gonna just scatter them among the teacups. Whoops, this one don't want to stay. There we go. So there is that. I think that adds a great finishing touch. I hope you guys like this card. I had a lot of fun making it with you. It's an unusual color combination, but I just think it works. I love all the greens, and that pop of purple just looks amazing with them. Let me get my silicone mat out of the way, bring my stamp set back in and the dies. So I used the Cup of Tea bundle. And let me show you where it is in the catalog, like promised. It's on page 12 and 13 of the annual catalog. And this is the suite of products. It's $67 for the entire suite, which includes the bundle, which is the stamp set and dies, the designer series paper, and these cards and envelopes, which are awesome. The Tea Boutique cards and envelopes are beautiful. They are white cord and they have really cool colors. All of course, are in colors, but this whole collection features the in colors. So if you don't want the whole set, you can just get the bundle for $45 in the US. And all of these products are going to be linked in my online store. So check out the description below and you can click on the links to purchase what you would like. I'm very grateful for you and thankful that you are here. I would like to reiterate the sizes quickly. Parakeet Party was 4 1/4 by 11 for the back of for the backing of this card. The piece that got embossed with the gingham folder is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. The Orchid Oasis piece that I used to die cut out this cool shape is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. And then I used a 3 1/4 by 2.5 inch piece of 2 different patterns of designer series paper for these 2 teacups. And I used 2 pieces in Parakeet Party. I did one in the solid teacup die, which is this one, and I did one in this detailed outline teacup die. That's how I got this cool teacup. For the lime, here are the 2 parts for that. I just used a piece of 1 1/4 by 1 1/2, and I die cut both of these at the same time out of Granny Apple Green. I also used designer series paper on the inside of my card. I used a 1/2 inch piece by 4 1/4. And then this piece of Orchid Oasis was about 2 1/2 by 1 1/4 inches for this cool leaf. The twine was our orchid and white twine and our basic essentials baker's twine for the white. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this card, and I will see you next time. Remember to give me a comment, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again for watching. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!